Okay, we're good to go. Okay, good afternoon and welcome. Thank you for joining us this afternoon. If you could please stand, we will conduct the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. My name is Katie Evans. I'm the Director of Communications and Conservation for Coachella Valley Water District, and I'm pleased to be emceeing this ceremony today. Thank you all for joining us. While most residents of the Coachella Valley know CVWD as their domestic water supplier, many do not know that we provide a critically important service to the community in regional stormwater protection. CVWD provides stormwater protection to 590 square miles of our service area through 16 stormwater channels that total 134 miles. The foundation of that system is a 49-mile storm channel running from the Whitewater area north of Palm Springs to the Salton Sea, built to withstand a 100-year flood or a flow of approximately 39,000 cubic feet per second. Today, we are here to acknowledge and celebrate two projects that will improve our stormwater system and benefit our community. To start us off, I'd like to introduce CVWD President John Powell Jr. President Powell has served on the board from 1998 to 2000 and was elected again in 2010. John is a trustee representing California on the governing board of the Colorado River Water Users Association and is a former director and past chairman of the Western Growers Association. John.
Good. Thank you, Katie. And good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for being here. I'm pleased to be here today to do something that hasn't been done at CVWD in many years, in my lifetime, and I'm not that young. As president of the board of directors, I'm signing documents for a loan. The low-cost $59.1 million Water Infrastructure Finance and Innovation Act, or WIFIA loan, is funded by the Environmental Protection Agency. To secure the loan, the district sought its first credit rating and was awarded a AAA rating. Well done. That's the grade reserved for the top reliable, stable, quality companies. Because of that superior rating, we were able to secure a 1.96% interest rate with a long-term payout schedule that greatly reduces the financial burden to our customers. And that was 1.96. That's pretty good. The loan will accelerate the expansion and repair of critical stormwater control facilities in two key projects over the next couple years. These projects are part of CVWD's ongoing commitment to reduce flood risk in the Coachella Valley to protect life and property. Specifically, the Coachella Valley Stormwater Channel Improvements Project will increase the capacity of 2 miles of storm channel between Avenue 54 and Avenue 58 for a possible 100-year flow. So that's the area from the south of Coachella down towards Thermal. And the North Indio Regional Flood Control Project will connect the flood channels from Sun City Palm Desert to those of Sun City Shadow Hills and construct a new 3.3-mile channel to the Coachella Valley Stormwater Channel. It will reduce stormwater runoff and debris to North Indio and parts of the unincorporated county, and this project will reduce flood risk to nearby communities and remove flood insurance requirements for residents in that area. As the district looks ahead to many more stormwater control projects, we especially appreciate the tremendous help of the EPA staff in guiding us through the loan process. And on our staff, deep thanks to General Manager Jim Barrett, Director of Finance Jeff Keel, Director of Environmental Services Steve Bigley, Assistant General Manager of Operations and Maintenance Dan Charlton, and his facilities and maintenance team, Director of Engineering, Carrie Oliphant, and her staff, David Wilson, Tess Faye Demisi, Chris Bogan, Luis DeArco, and William Patterson from Environmental Services. I'd also like to acknowledge Budget and Grants Manager Terry Vorster, who developed our path to this loan with financial analyst Tina Donahue. In closing, these stormwater projects are vital to protecting the Coachella Valley and continue our commitment to our customers. Your water is our promise. And back to you, Katie.
Thank you, John. I would now like to introduce EPA Pacific Southwest Division Director, I hope I got that right, Thomas Torres. Mr. Torres serves as Director of the Water Division at EPA in San Francisco, so thank you for joining us today. He is responsible for overseeing drinking water, surface water, groundwater, and infrastructure programs in the Pacific Southwest region. Tomas is accountable for ensuring effective implementation of national water laws by supporting state, tribal, and territorial water protection programs in California, Arizona, Nevada, Hawaii, Guam, America Samoa, and the Northern Marianas Islands. Thank you.
Thank you, Katie. Well, good afternoon. I'm actually pretty astonished that so many of you here today. Are you mostly the staff? Awesome. Well, all right. Good thing to do on a Friday afternoon. Well, first of all, I want to thank President John Powell. I really appreciate the invitation. I really appreciate all of the leadership from Coachella Valley Water District, the staff. You know, these projects take a long time to come to fruition. We've been doing this for a couple of decades now, and it takes a lot of leadership, a lot of vision, a lot of sweat equity to get these done, and congratulations that you've gotten this far, because it's, you know, with people turning over, coming and going, retiring, it's a small miracle that sometimes these projects come to fruition. So thanks. On behalf of all of us at EPA, we're really excited to do a signing of the WIFIA loan today. You know, this is a program that Congress created about 3 years ago because the regular financing for the water infrastructure projects across the country, which are primarily financed through the state revolving funds, are not keeping up. And so Congress asked EPA to create a brand new program called the Water Infrastructure Finance and Innovation Act. I don't know who comes up with these long names, WIFIA, to essentially supplement the state revolving funds and to be able to keep up with the infrastructure demands that we're currently facing. You know, every 5 years EPA does an infrastructure needs survey, and the last one we did was a couple of years ago. And from that, we learned that it's going to take about $740 billion in the next 20 years to keep up with infrastructure across the country. That's a big number. The state revolving funds cannot keep up with that, and that's why Congress wanted EPA to essentially create a new program of loans and guarantees to be able to finance bigger projects that the SRS are not able to finance at the moment. And so through these loans, it's just so timely that yesterday we had a 50th anniversary. This is EPA's 50th anniversary, and we had a celebration yesterday. And one of the things that we launched was the very first annual report of the WIFIA program. I mean, it's only been in existence really for about 2 years. And from that, couple of things that came out of that were, you know, in the 2 years that it's been in existence, it has funded $3.5 billion in infrastructure across the country. It has basically saved about maybe $1 billion in cost savings. As President mentioned, very low interest rates, very competitive rates, better than what you can get in the bond market. So a lot of cost savings to the residents of the different communities, which is pretty awesome. 15,000 jobs have been created across the country, and benefiting about 25 million people throughout, the nation, which is pretty awesome. Here in Coachella Valley, through the Water District, so as the President mentioned, $59 million for this loan. It is likely to save about $10 million for the residents here in the Valley through a very low-cost loan. Hopefully the process wasn't too onerous. If it was, let us know. We're always looking for opportunities to improve it. It's been 2 years, so we're still working through some of the little bumps there. Will likely create about 370 jobs locally, And we're really excited that, you know, we can support you on this loan. I wanted to also say that, you know, we're really, we have partnered with the state of California over the past couple of decades to finance projects here in Coachella Valley. In fact, it's been about $50 million that has been invested here in Coachella Valley. We'll continue to do that with the state, but know that we will continue to support Coachella Valley moving forward. We're always open to any input you have for us, and also any opportunities where we can support you more, where we can you know, continue to finance infrastructure here in Coachella Valley. And so congratulations again. We look forward to working with you in the foreseeable future. So let us know if there's anything more that we can do to help support you. And thanks.
Thank you. I'd also just like to recognize Peter Karlstrom from Congressman Ruiz's office. Thank you for joining us today. At this time, I'd like to invite all staff and representatives who were involved in making this project come forward for the signing.
Like a bridegroom thing?
I think we should split the wealth there. Yeah. Can we come a little more this way? Thank you. Okay, and then gentlemen, please sign the document. That is it.
Who goes first?
It's up to you. Okay, that concludes our ceremony. Thank you for your attendance.